Hello, my friends. Welcome to live chat. I am hoping that this is working right because I'm doing things a little bit differently today. I, you know, it's just been a crazy week. And I think we've all been focused on things that are not makeup related. And I just, I wanted to just kind of do things a little differently. So today I'm using an app called StreamYard rather than my regular chat software. And what that allows me to do, if you've ever been to one where I've done an interview where I've highlighted people's comments, I'm supposed to be able to highlight people's comments to show up on the screen so that it can be even more interactive than normal. A problem that I'm having is that it doesn't seem to be going as fast on StreamYard as it is live on like the YouTube end. So I'm hoping that that's fixed now that we're live. So thank you so much for being here if you are here. And the chat topic is going to be up to the people that are here live today. I'm giving control over to the people that are here live. So we don't know what's going to happen. We don't know what we're going to end up talking about. We don't know if Jen's going to stick her foot in her mouth. Like, if you're hate watching, this is the stream to watch. Because I don't know what I'm going to say. I don't know what the topic is going to be. We're just going to go for it. And I'm, nice and chill. I got my Bailey Sarian sweatshirt on, and I'm just did nice, easy, calm makeup look today. And we're just going to find our zen, hopefully, today in chat. Before we do, I want to say hello to the people that are here live in the collective brain of makeup awesomeness, also known as the people that are here in live chat. So good morning to Cynthia. Good morning to Sandy. Got her second Pfizer vaccine and feeling crappy. Oh no, I hope you feel better soon. Good morning to Katie. Good morning to Jen in Norway. Hello to Cynthia. Oh, Cynthia again. Cynthia Double. Hello to Jessica, Amanda, Ensing. Oh, that's a topic. That's a topic. We'll see if that comes up. Katie's talking about Amanda. That's the thing. Good morning to Stacy. And how do I say that? Pollyanna Palooza. I love that. I don't know what we're going to discuss today. And good morning, Mel. Good to see you. Indigo got her Pfizer vaccine. The first one just had a sore arm and fatigue for the day. Worried about the second one. Oh gosh. And good morning to Diana. Okay, if I didn't say good morning to you, good morning to you. Thank you so much for being here. I've never done a chat like this before, so we'll see how it goes. Oh my goodness, it's 2 a.m. in Sydney. Well, thank you for being here. I understand if you need to go to bed. I totally get it. I totally get it. Let's see. Okay. Can we discuss the crappy Sims palette? We talked about it a little bit in What's Up in Makeup today, where Mac and the Sims created this palette. And the concept is that it was the same palette that was in the game, but it turns out that the palette was actually a palette they released back in 2017. It was the exact same palette. Mac admitted to Nylon Magazine that it was the exact same palette they had already released. They just slapped the Sims name on it. And their whole thing was they wanted something that was already popular. I think this is what's dumb to me. This is what's dumb to me is that I don't understand. They didn't need to put an eyeshadow palette that already existed. People were going to buy it because of the Sims. They didn't need to put a boring brown palette. They could have made it exciting and people would, they could have filled it with any colors and people would have bought it. They could have at least, I guess it was just maybe, I don't know why they would do that. It just doesn't, it's so stupid. They're not going to get caught. They're not going to get people saying, hey, I already have this palette. Can you imagine if you already had the palette and you ordered the Sims when you got so excited, you ordered the Sims and you get it in the mail and it's this is the exact same damn palette I already own. I just think that's messed up. I think that's messed up. That's my opinion. Alrighty, yes, the Sims palette, the shimmer in me is annoyed. Oh, the simmer in me, not shimmer. I was like, how did you get shimmer in you? And how do I get shimmer in me? The simmer in me is annoyed. Yeah, I would. Yeah, absolutely. Jen Unbox, what the heck, lazy? I know. I don't get it. I'm wondering what was happening in that boardroom. Sim Palettes is crusty and dusty. It looks crusty and dusty. I saw that there were a couple of reviews on YouTube, but I didn't watch them. So I'm curious to see swatches of it. Because they said to Nylon Magazine, it was the exact same palette. Exact same palette. Okay. So yeah, so that's kind of how I feel about that. Let's see. Okay, I want to know what's going on with Tati without all the legal jargon. I haven't been keeping up on it. I have to be honest. Kind of lost everything happening. Like, I don't want to get political, today as much as possible, but I've been so engrossed in all of that. I kind of lost track of the Tati without crystal balls situation. But I need to go back and catch up because I know things have happened. So I don't know. Hi, Audra. Hello, my friend. How do you organize your day as an adult with ADHD? I think that as much as I can put on autopilot, really, that helps me a lot. Just autopilot as much as possible. So I have my weekly schedule of what I do every single day, and that makes it so I don't have to think about it. So I know Monday is research day, Tuesday is filming day, Wednesday is editing and starting to research for What's Been Makeup. I'm starting to do just editing on Wednesday, finishing my Friday video, editing on Wednesday, so that that video is ready to go, so that I can spend all day on Thursday researching for What's Up in Makeup. Friday is filming for What's Up in Makeup. Saturday is editing What's Up in Makeup, and then Sunday is my day off. So I have live chat with you all, and then I just kind of take the rest of the day. If I have to, I'll jump in and do a little bit of work, but I try not to on Sundays. I try to just decompress on Sundays. So that's kind of, as much as I can do the same thing every week, that's really helpful. But I will tell you, a lot of things get lost. A lot of things get lost, and a lot more things used to get lost before my husband, John, was kind of my business manager, where he handles all of my sponsored videos and things like that. He handles all of the emails. I get the emails to me and I filter them and then send the best ones over to him. And he actually does all of the business stuff. He's way better at that stuff than I am because he does own his own business and he knows all of that stuff. So it's easier that I feel very, very lucky to be able to just pass that stuff to him, that I don't need to manage it anymore, because that really helps. But yeah, and just staying on track. I do Skillshare sponsorships. This video is not sponsored by Skillshare, but I had done a video. I've done a class on Skillshare about productivity, and one of the analogies that the man used, I can't remember what his Ali Abdal, I think is what his name is, if I remember right. One of the analogies he used about staying on task was kind of like a pilot. Like, you go through different stages. So you're either the pilot or you're the plane, or I forget the other one. But basically, while you're managing your day, to make sure you're staying on task. Like, even if you're like, you have to be piloting the right direction. Like, you can't let yourself go off course. Like, even if you're off topic of what you're really supposed to be doing, like, choose something that's kind of on topic. So like, if I don't feel like editing for that minute and I just can't take it anymore, then maybe do a little bit of research for What's Up in Makeup. So I'm still being productive, even if I'm not being productive on what I'm actually supposed to be doing. So that's something that I'm working on, that I learned in that Skillshare class. All right, I'm going to skip all the way down to the recent comments. Yeah. So, however long, I just watched What's Up in Makeup about Hourglass, and I'm glad I've never tried them. They don't really seem to care about their customers. I think that, I think some brands put blinders on. They go, maybe if we just keep doing what we're doing, we can ignore the fact that we're messing up. It's like, and also, a lot of brands will take into consideration that not everybody watches YouTube. Not everybody considers people of deeper skin tones if they don't have a deeper skin tone. A lot of people just don't care. They have the privilege of not caring about other people and whether they can buy certain makeup products or not. And I think they count on that, So if you didn't see What's Up in Makeup yet today, because it did just go live not that long ago, basically back a long time ago, not a long time ago, what was it, like a month ago? It seems like forever ago. Samantha Ravndal called out Hourglass because it was a brand she loved. She had had conversations about extending their shade range to include deeper skin tones. And she talked to them, and they were seeming to ignore her. So she was like, all right, fine, I'm not going to review your stuff anymore. So they released this palette where there is a Black woman who is advertising it. That's like the only model used is a Black woman. And then she's showing this new ambient lighting powder palette, which is one of their most popular items. But then Charlotte Holdcroft, I think I said it right. Her last name, for whatever reason, is difficult for me, even though it's extremely phonetic. I don't know. But she broke it down really, really well. I have that video linked in What's Up in Makeup, where it's all shades from existing palettes. And when you swatch them, they're really not good for deeper skin tones. So it's very deceptive in the marketing of it, according to her and according to me. In my opinion, I feel like that's really messed up to use a Black woman in the advertising and make it look like this was specifically made for Black women when it's not. When you swatch them and it's not. So yeah, I mean, I don't think that they don't care about their customers. I just think they care about themselves more. It's kind of where I'm at with that. Okay. Jana, unfortunately, the products are really good, apart from the lack of inclusivity, and the amount of people not caring is so big that they get away with it. And I think that's a really good point. It's just so sad. I mean, you think about all of the issues, that Black people on the whole face a lot. If you don't deal with those issues, you can ignore them. And we have to get to a point where we're empathetic enough as a society that even if an issue doesn't affect us, that we can still say this is wrong and stand up and say this is wrong. I mean, it's kind of like, okay, so in another analogy, let's say the wildfires in Australia. If you don't live in Australia, it's like, I don't live in Australia. Why do I care about the wildfires in Australia? I don't even know who lives in Australia. But those people in Australia, you know what I mean? Like I think that's just human nature to say, oh, there's a hurricane down in Florida. Well, it's not going to get here, and people get more upset the closer it gets to home. The closer it gets to who you are, it's going to pique your emotions more, So I think that as a society, we need to kind of wake up and snap out of it and say, you know what? One day it's going to be me. It may not be me today that's dealing with something that's awful and tragic and unfair and wrong, but it may be me tomorrow. And I want people to care about me when it happens to me. When I'm the one who's going through something, I want people to care about my situation. Get out of your own bubble and realize that caring about other people is important. And the more we look out for each other as just a human race, the better our world is going to be. You know what I'm saying? So even if things don't affect you directly, I think that it's important to pay attention and wake up and pay attention. So that's my opinion. Okay. Should I give this airtime? I don't know. We'll give it just a minute of airtime. This right here. What's your thoughts on the fake spreading of rumors with Jeffree Star, Kanye, and Kim? I mean, we all know what's happening. We all know what's happening with that. There isn't a whole lot of attention being given to Jeffree right now. There has to be. I didn't watch the video. I don't know what he said. But there isn't a lot of attention being brought to his brand. It's on deep discount at Morphe. He's probably still selling a lot of stuff. Don't get me wrong. I'm sure he's still selling a lot of stuff. I don't know. He's not on my radar anymore. And I think he's fallen off the radar for a lot of people. So he has to do something big, like give away $10,000 or, pretend to be in an affair with Kanye West. He has to do something big to get attention, to bring him back into the spotlight. And I think it's just, I mean, even just me talking about it right now is giving it breath, and I probably shouldn't do that. Because it's like me, pay attention to me, I'm down here, pay attention. I mean, he's still way up there, don't get me wrong, but it just seems like, I don't know. And now we're exactly, Melissa. Now we're talking about him equal he wins. Yeah, so that's why I'm switching. I'm switching topics. We're going away. That's it. That's why I was like, should I even say anything? But, let's see. Oh my gosh, you guys, listen. Hold on. Yeah. People like that are exhausting. Oh my gosh, yeah. Oh my gosh. Absolutely. Okay, I know this is going to keep coming up, so we'll talk about it for real quick. So, if you do not know who Amanda Ensing is, she has been around on YouTube forever, really, really long time. I actually met her at it was a New York like rooftop bar thing before an IMATS many, many years ago. And it was like a hi, nice to meet you. And I actually my husband and I ended up talking to her boyfriend at the time, which is not her husband now, for probably about 45 minutes. Like he was super nice. Like he was really nice. And they broke up many years ago. But yeah, she was in her little thing. She was with Nicole Guerrero and I forget who else was there. I think Casey Holmes might have been there, maybe. I don't remember though, so don't quote me on that because I could be wrong. But I know Nicole Guerrero was there. But they were kind of in their little corner doing their little thing, and they weren't really interested in talking to me at all, which is fine. Nobody's obligated to talk to me. But that's been my only interaction with Amanda Ensing personally. So she has been very vocal about supporting Donald Trump, and she has gotten a lot of backlash because of it. And there's a lot more to it than that. But what really is the big issue now is the way that she's been treating Black women on Twitter, which has been awful. Yeah. Okay. So Jackie Ina tweeted out something about what she said. See, I don't want to say it wrong, and I'm live, and I don't want to say it wrong. If you want to, you can go over to Twitter and see the whole thing. I think Smokey Glow made a whole video about it. I'm sure there's other whole videos about it. But basically, she's just been rude. Just really rude, and bringing up rumors about people and accusing Makeup Shayla of not being smart because she doesn't have a college degree. I mean, just disgusting. And that's what really gets me about the whole situation is just how rude she is. She's just a rude person. Like, I get if you're being attacked, like you want to attack back, like I get it, but like she was just really rude. And I don't know. That's just kind of how I feel about it. But I don't want to get into the nitty-gritty details of it because I don't have everything right in front of me and I don't want to get it wrong. And I'd rather you guys go over to somebody that had all of the details in front of them. So, yeah, but she's been getting views, which is what she wants. But has she, though? Has she? I know she got a bunch of views on the one that was very, where she talked about being a Republican, being a Christian, and supporting Donald Trump. I know that she got a lot of views on that one. But other than that, I don't know if she is. Okay, so let's go ahead and switch this topic because this is good. Havana, are you over saturation with celebrity brands at this point? With the recent release of Halsey's makeup line, I feel like it's just a cash grab at this point. Oh my gosh, yeah. I mean, I think that whenever you have an industry that's making money, you're going to have people that want some of that money. And if you're already a celebrity, you already have a following, and you see that if I sell this thing, I'm going to make a lot of money. And you see all of these celebrities that are making a lot of money. It's like, yeah, I want a piece of that pie. Of course I want to do it. I personally don't see anything wrong with celebrities making makeup lines, skincare lines, all that. I see nothing wrong with it. If you want to buy it, then you should buy it. If you don't want to buy it, you shouldn't buy it. I mean, I've been a Jennifer Lopez fan for as long as Jennifer Lopez has been Jenny from the block. I have loved Jennifer Lopez for a very, very long time. I did not buy anything from her skincare line. It was over my price point for something that I wasn't planning on reviewing on the channel. So I didn't buy it. And it was too expensive for me to purchase everything to do a review. Let me rewind. Too expensive to purchase everything for a review because that would have been hundreds and hundreds of dollars, and too expensive for me to just buy on a whim to try. And let's be honest, she doesn't need my support. She doesn't need me. So it's like, I will buy things like I bought this right here. Like I bought this. Okay, if you have children and you don't want them to see like a blacked out women's naked body, then just look away for a second. But I bought this. This is Petty Pages eyeshadow palette, the No More Nudes palette, but from Dramatic Boutique. I purchased this because I love Paige. She has always been kind to me. I've met her before. We have good mom conversations and I love her. So I purchased this to support her and because I was interested in it and because I wanted to own it. I wanted to own this. I wanted to have a piece of Paige in my house with me. And now I get to cuddle with my palette. You know, I don't feel that way about Jennifer Lopez. Like, I don't need that in my life. By the way, this is the inside. That's what it looks like. I've used it twice. The video that was, it was I think it was What's Up in Skincare, where I used this for the first time. It's because there's a video that I filmed that I haven't put up yet. And I can't remember if it's that video that I'm wearing this or not, but it's a green look. It's like green. It's got like this shade and this shade, like it's the green, and it came out really pretty. So yeah. Yeah. So yeah, my point is Jennifer Lopez doesn't need my money. Not to say Paige does need my money, but I wanted to give Paige my money, you know? So that's kind of how I feel about that. And I don't, oversaturation of celebrity brands, I think it's just going to keep happening as long as people keep purchasing it, you know?
Somebody's asking about your Skillshare code.
Oh.
It's on the What's Up in Skincare description. If they want to go.
What's Up in Makeup for Skillshare?
What's Up in Skincare. The link, remember that was a sponsor one.
Oh, that one was too? Because today was sponsored too by Skillshare. Skillshare was today. Okay, yeah. John said somebody was looking for my Skillshare link. It's on What's Up in Makeup today if you're interested in the free trial for Skillshare. This video is not sponsored though. This video is not sponsored. I'm just bringing it up because John brought it up. So I don't know where that comment is, but if you're interested in signing up for that free trial, it's the top link on What's Up in Makeup today. Jen Unbox, yes, don't spill the tea, drink it. Yeah, I mean, you know, okay. Makeup, I've not purchased a celebrity brand. I want to buy from people who are in it because they love skincare or cosmetics, or from reputable companies, not because they want to make a buck. Yeah, and the way that I feel about like why I bought Pharrell Williams' skincare line is, number one, I think he seems like a lovely human. And number two, I wanted to try it. And number three, I thought that you all would be interested in it. I thought that there would be a big interest in what it was like. So I bought all of it, and I ended up not really liking any of it. I passed it all over to John. I gave it all to him. But you know what? I've really been loving the Fenty skin stuff lately. I used up all of the moisturizer. I ended up really loving the moisturizer. I do still have the other products, but I haven't been using those quite as much. But the moisturizer, for whatever reason, like I started using that a lot. Oh, here we go. Amber, will you be purchasing Sam Ravindall's beauty line? Yes. Yes, I will. Yes, I will. I'm not personally connected to Sam, so I would imagine I wouldn't get it in PR, but yes, I will. I will be buying that. All of it. Well, it depends on how much of it is and what the price point is, but chances are I will probably buy at least one thing. For, like if, let's say she came out with like 5 lipsticks, like 5 different shades of a lipstick, I would buy one to try it. So was Fenty the first celebrity line? I know. I'm sure that there have been many before that, but I think that's what popularized it. Off the top of my head, I can't think of celebrity lines before that, but I know Madonna had one. I know Madonna had a celebrity line for a while. It was called Material Girl. I had one of their lip glosses. I think I got it in a subscription box. So there's one. I know there's other ones too. Yeah. With celebrities, I think it shows when they have a personal interest and when it's just a cash grab. Yeah, totally. Like, what was the one? Was it? I hate my bad short-term memory, but there was one where it was like a subscription. We talked about it in What's Up in Makeup. I can't remember who it was, and I don't want to say it wrong. I have a name in my head, but I think I might be wrong. So basically what you did was, it was these smaller size products. They were very expensive. You could only buy them as a 3 product set, and then you could sign up for auto ship to have them shipped like every month or whatever. But like there was no information on the website as far as what was in this stuff. It was the worst. It was like such a cash grab in that way. And like, it was like so not thought out at all. So not consumer friendly at all. Like, it was like, oh my gosh, this is awful. Oh yeah, Flower Beauty, of course. Drew Barrymore, Flower Beauty. They sent me some stuff recently, and I had bought some stuff. Like I bought their foundation and their concealer. Really liked it. I think the concealer. I know I bought the foundation and loved it. The illuminating foundation, loved it. That I purchased, and I have a couple of things that I've gotten recently from them that I really like. I thought I wore their blush today, but I didn't. You know what I tried from Flower Beauty? Look at this. Okay, you have to see this. I was going to save it to put it in a favorites and fails, but you have to see this. This is crazy. Okay, so this right here is a primer. This is a face primer. Okay, so this is called the Supernova Celestial Priming Whip. Wait till you see this. Priming. Look at this. Hold on. Look at that. That's a primer. It has a little bit of an alcohol smell, but not much. It's mostly like a floral scent. But it's not overly like, it's not super, super strong, but you can definitely smell it when you put it on. So if you don't like scents, you don't want to get this. But yeah, it just goes like this and it turns into just like it just feels wet right now. But how fun is that from Flower Beauty? I've been using it some. I've used it on getting ready for What's Up in Makeup a few times. But yeah, it's fun. It's fun. It's a fun product. It's different. It's different. Is it any better than any other primer? No, but it's fun. At least they tried something different, you know? So this was set in PR. Oh, Origins apparently. Christine says, reminds me of the Origins whip primer. I didn't know there was another one. See, y'all know so much more than I do. What's its purpose? Hydration. Let me look. Oh my gosh. This print is so small. I don't know. I can't read it. It's too small. I can't read it. It's really small. Packed with a blend of antioxidants to soothe and rejuvenate skin. Oh my gosh, this is terrible. This weightless primer leaves a soft radiance to diffuse. I feel like I'm at the doctor's office trying to read something across the room. To diffuse the look of fine lines and pores. Shake up and pump a dime size amount into the palms. Wear alone or as a primer. So there you go. That's what it says. Oh yeah, Selma Hayek. Yes. Yeah, she didn't really market it. Like I never saw any ads anywhere. I never saw any YouTube videos on it. None of that. Oh, that's okay. That's okay, Ashley. It's okay. It's all right. Okay. Okay, channel recommendations. Let me look and see. I'm going to go over to my YouTube and see who I've been watching lately. I honestly have not been watching a lot of YouTube recently because I've been really into Amazon Prime has really upped their offerings as far as the movies that they have available. So I think I'm going to watch Peggy Sue Got Married next. I haven't watched that in so many years, but I remember really loving that movie back in the day. I just finished Dead Poet Society and just watching movies that I used to really love. So let me go to my subscriptions and see who I've been watching recently. Teresa is dead. I mean, you guys know her. Let's see. Mel Thompson, Angela Newquist, just like picking through. Let's see. As Told by Kenya. Jamie French, of course. Who else am I love? Amy Loves Makeup has been I've known about her for a very long time. I met her at an event, but I don't know why I never watched her channel. I didn't like even give it a chance. Like I never even like clicked on it. I don't know what's wrong with me. I don't know why I never clicked on it, but she's great, especially if you like indie makeup. Like I've learned so much about indie makeup from her. She's fabulous. Whitney Hendrick. I'm just looking at like the newest videos. Dr. Dre. Andrea Mattiliano, Jessica Braun, Michelle Wong, Pop Lux, Kinky Sweat, Seeking Alexandria. Those are just some of them. Marlo Keenan. Those are just some of them that I've been watching lately. Lauren May Beauty, that are just like at the top of my subscription feed. So that I would personally recommend. So Yes, Audra at home, of course. Yes. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I just didn't see Robert and James in my feed right there. So there's so many more. It's just, I was just scrolling through my subscriptions of people that I watch often. And one thing I love about James and Robert Welsh is they've kind of developed their own little separate empires, and now they're coming together to build an empire together. I just think that's so cool. You know, they got their podcast, they have their own YouTube channel together now. Like, it's just fabulous. What happens if I join the collective brain? The join button, it's $1.99 a month, and your name turns green in chat. And occasionally I have live streams. I think I've had 2, which is not a lot. And that's it. It's not a lot. You don't get a lot. And you get like stickers that change next to your name the longer you're a member. But yeah, you don't get much. It's only $1.99. So yeah, there isn't much. It's really just if you want to. All right. So we have, hold on a minute. Let me get this off. Okay, so we are about halfway in. So let me tell you what makeup I have on my face today. So on my eyes today, I purchased some stuff from JD Glow. This is their Rich eyeshadow from the Metallic collection. I don't know. I don't know. Let me swatch it for you. This was on my eyeballs. It is so creamy and amazing. Yes. I will tell you I'm sad though. I did have to throw it away. Hold on. Where did it go? Is it in my trash? Oh no, it's still over here. Oh, okay. I found it. Okay, so I may have done this to this. I'm not going to blame JD Glow for this. And they have such a great reputation for being awesome, but I do want to show you, in case you were going to buy these are their eyeliners. And when I saw them in What's Up in Makeup, I went and purchased them. So I did open this and I did swatch it, but I hadn't used it on my eyes, and I was going to use it on my eyes today. And I pulled it out and my brush got smashed somehow. I don't think it came like this though. So I don't know how that happened. I mean, there is a little tiny hole here. So maybe like as it was going in, it got smashed. So this just happened this morning and I'm really sad about it. And the formula was already really dry. So I don't know if I just got a bad one or what, but I was so sad about it. Like really sad about it. I don't know what happened, but I did want to let you know in case you were interested in these, that this happened. You know, I don't know. Like, cause like now, like I can't even put this back in functionally. So I have to throw it away. There's no way I can get the product out. And it's like super dry. Like even if I like try to swatch it, like it's like just chunky and dry. And it was like that when I got it. So I didn't contact them to get my money back or anything. Like I don't want to do that to Indie Brand, ask them for my money back. But hold on. I lost my towel. Oh, well, it'll just dry on my hand. Okay, so that is what's on my eyes for eyeshadow. That's all I used was just that one shadow. And then on my lids for liner, I used the Raw Beauty Christie and ColourPop green liner because I wanted green liner today. So that's what this is. And then on my lower lash line, I used her brown one. Do these have names on them? This is called Woodsy, and this one is called Spare Time, which I love, Thyme. Love that name. And then on my cheeks today, this was, did I purchase this? Yes, I purchased this. This is the Milani Cheek Kiss Liquid Blush. Really love this. That's purchased. And then these were PR. This is purchased. And then this was PR. This is the Lip Cushion Tinted Lip Luminizer in Venetian Rose by M Cosmetics. That's what's on my lips today. So it's very comfortable, very moisturizing. And what's weird is it's got like a click up to like replace it. I was trying to go like this. I'm like, why isn't it turning? Oh, it's got a click up, but it doesn't click back down. So you have to be really careful. At least I don't think it does. I'm not that far into it, but I don't think it clicks back down. So just be careful how much you click. But yeah, it's super comfy. It feels like a lip balm. It feels really nice and it's got nice color to it. So, oh, and then my highlight today, Essence Pure Nude. This is purchased in Be My Highlight. It's kind of like the Hourglass ambient lighting powders. Unfortunately, they don't make a lot of shades. Essence needs to get on it and make more shades of this, turn it into palettes, all of that. They need to do something else with this formula because it is fabulous. They don't have enough shades and they haven't done enough with that formula. Because I think that if they focused on this and did more with this, they would do very well with it. It is a fabulous formula. All right, I'm going to go ahead and scroll down. Oh, thanks, Mel. Over 800 watching. How about at least 800 likes? Why not click? It's free. Thanks, Mel. Let's see. Oh, okay. Shara says Smith & Cold has a foam primer tube and wanting to try it. Well, there you go. There you go. What's up in makeup? I got this in BoxyCharm. Where is it? Oh, here it is. This is what's on my eyes. I started with this and I had some issues with the glitter. It was too advanced for me. I couldn't do it. It was a mess when I tried to use that. But I use the natural shades down here as a base. And then I use the Huda Beauty Amethyst Obsessions. This was, I believe, in BoxyCharm. And this is PR. So this is purchased and this is PR. And I used this shade, this like tea here was the shades that I used. So I really liked it. There is a getting ready with me video underneath What's Up in Makeup where you can click on it and see everything going on in real time. And you can also see me swatching the Too Faced stuff that they sent me in PR. Like, it's for the right person, I'll be fine. I think that if I were going to purchase them, I might purchase one of each, one of the cheek and one of the lip. Because I do like them, but you only need one because they're all pretty much they're all pretty much the same. Oh my goodness, so many comments since I scrolled down. Okay. Okay, so what brands do you recommend that don't have a crazy markup but have quality ingredients in makeup and skincare? So honestly, like there's a reason why ColourPop gets so much love. They make really good quality products. They really do. And they're at a lower price point. I'm very curious about The Ordinary's new concealer. I'm very excited that they're going the makeup route. I hope that they do so well because I think that they're going to make very high quality products. There are some things from Essence that I really like. There are some things from Milani that I really like. I'm trying to think other like less expensive brands that I like personally know I really like. So as far as skincare goes, most of the skincare that I try, honestly, is at a higher price point. So it's like, I don't want to like just make something up. Like I've heard, you know, things about different brands like CeraVe. I did a review on The Ordinary a very long time ago, but I want to do an updated one on that. Yeah, here we go. Here's another one. Just bought several products from Juvia's Place. They have their eyeshadow formula is fabulous. Crystal didn't like The Ordinary foundation, but loves their skincare. So, yeah. Indigo, Wet n Wild, Elf, and Profusion. Yeah, Elf has come out with some really great things. I really loved their concealer. I know not everybody loved it. Krista loves CeraVe. I have not tried the Milani 4-in-1 foundation. I have not tried that, but I really like the, let me pull out some of my favorite. It's going to take too long. Hold on. Okay, here. Hold on. Wait. Trying to find other things. Okay, this is all I can find that fast. Okay, so these are some of my favorite drugstore foundations. These are more satin finish. So this is the Pacifica A Light Clean Foundation. And then the Flower Beauty Light Illusion. These are like satin finish. And then this CoverGirl, this was PR. This is purchased, and this was sent to me by a friend. So this one is the CoverGirl True Blend Matte Made. This is more full coverage. I love this one for filming. It's fabulous. So yeah, I want to try the Inky List too. A lot of people rave about the Inky List. I have not tried any of it. But yeah, I mean, the problem with skincare, this is the problem with reviewing skincare, is that you really need to try it for a long period of time to actually give it a real review. And you can't try, I think I've said this before, like you can't try a ton of stuff at the same time because then it's going to interfere with the other stuff. So really the only way to review skincare, unless you're doing it extremely slowly, you know, just one video every 3 to 6 months, is to just look at the ingredients. So because you have to wait for your skin to turn over, unless you're doing like, if you're doing like dry skin and you just want to see the immediate results of it taking away dry skin, or if you have acne prone skin and you want to see less blemishes, then that's easy to see. But for me, I don't have especially dry skin. I don't have acne prone skin. Like I'm looking for like anti-aging effects. So it's really hard for me to review a lot of skincare. So that's why I'm doing like the What's Up in Skincare, where we're looking into ingredients. I've gotten a lot of requests to do more of that. So that's why I haven't tried a ton of skincare. And I get a lot of skincare and PR, way more than I can use. I have to give a lot of it away to friends and stuff. So, you know, I just kind of pick and choose from there what's most interesting. And a lot of it is more expensive, unfortunately. Yeah, Hyram is a great resource. And I know Hyram gets a lot of crap for not having a degree. But I mean, this is the thing, is I feel like he gets so much praise from people that do have degrees. And a piece of paper, yes, you can get a lot from going to medical school. Like the amount of knowledge you'll gain in medical school becoming a dermatologist is, you can't replace that with just reading on the internet. You can't. But I don't think you necessarily need all of that information in order to learn about skincare ingredients and how they work. A lot of that stuff is readily available online. And as long as you know where to look, as long as you know the reputable sources, as long as you know like what place to look, and after this is over, I'll put some links for you down below of sources that I trust when I look up ingredients. As long as you know where to look, you can do your own research. It just takes time, you know, and it also takes understanding some scientific jargon and understanding like what it all means and how your skin works. And Hyram really does seem to understand a lot of that. He gets a lot of compliments from professionals for having a good knowledge of this stuff. So who am I to say that he, you know, he doesn't, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like he gets way more crap than he deserves. Honestly, I do. I feel like he really, he knows a lot. He has a lot of knowledge and he helps a lot of people. Like the number of people that compliment him and say how much that he's helped them. Like if he's genuinely helping people, it's like, you know, Michelle says it's not the lack of degree. He calls himself a specialist. He had one training course from one brand to work on a counter. It's the presentation of himself. And I can see that. I can see that as being, people seeing that as deceptive. When I interviewed him and talked to him about that, was his title. So he's using a title that he was given by, I don't know, I guess the brand, I don't know, but he was given that title. So that's why, I don't know. But I can see why some people would say that he doesn't have enough knowledge to call himself a specialist. But is that term specialist, like, what does that actually mean? He doesn't say he's a dermatologist. He doesn't say he's a professional. He says he's I don't know. I guess it's mincing hairs to me. I don't know. Maybe I'm biased because I like him. I agree. Hyram definitely knows his stuff. He's always been very honest about saying that it's his opinion. Yeah. And he always talks about, talk to your dermatologist, talk to a professional if you have any questions about anything. And he has a lot of knowledge, you know? So, yeah, I don't know anything about that. Ray Day says in court, he would be considered a specialist. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure. So, yeah. Let me see what else you all want to talk about. What time is it? Oh my goodness. Time is just flying. We have 17 minutes left. Yeah. AFRES, NYX discontinued their foundation mixers, but they had them at one point. I freaking love foundation mixers. I had some from Catrice that I really liked a lot, where you can lighten or deepen your foundation with these little drops, and they're fabulous. I think Cover FX had a bunch, and I don't know what happened to those. They don't seem to be made that much anymore, which seems silly and sad, you know, because then you can take a foundation that you bought that might not be quite right and kind of fix it for yourself. So, yeah, I don't know what's up with that. Yeah, Soraj and the Reddit crowd is so hard at him. You know, I think that the problem with sites, in my opinion, like Reddit, and I'm going to get myself in trouble. The problem with sites like Reddit is it's an echo chamber. So when you get positive reinforcement for being mean, you continue to be mean and you encourage other people to be mean. and it ends up being just this vat of negativity. And I think a lot of times the people over there are looking for the negative. They're looking to be cruel. Not everybody, of course. I'm sure there's lovely people over there, but I think that it's you become more popular and become more liked by being mean and cruel. And that is not a good recipe for a healthy community, in my opinion. So yeah. I mean, I think that a lot of times you're either really liked on Reddit or really disliked in the beauty forums over there. So that's just kind of how I feel about that. I happen to be someone that's not very liked over there, so maybe I'm biased in that way too. Thriving beyond yes, some of those platforms are breeding ground for hate mongering. Yeah, I mean, it's okay. There's nothing wrong with saying that somebody did something you didn't like, but you don't have to be mean about it. You don't have to be cruel. You know, the cruelty is what gets me. It was the same thing with like the Amanda Ensing. Like, you can believe whatever you want to believe. It's a free country. You can believe whatever you want to believe, but don't be cruel. Don't be mean. Don't be hateful. You know. That's just the way I feel. And I just feel like those places really breed hate. And it's sad. But I'm not saying everybody over on Reddit's a terrible person. I'm not saying that. Because I know people are going to accuse me of that. Because that's not what I'm saying. Okay. Let's see. Yeah. Reddit is entertaining, but the very nature of it makes it problematic. It can be very helpful if we navigate it carefully. Oh my gosh. Yeah. And I've actually been going over there a little bit to see what people are talking about, just to see like what the trending topics are. So I even use it as a resource sometimes just to see what people are interested in. I don't read a lot of the posts. I more just kind of scroll and see what the topics are. You know, so I mean, it is interesting to see what people are interested in, but you definitely have to navigate it carefully. I agree with you 100%. Yeah. Getting popular for causing drama, for being mean can only last for so long. And actually, Audra from Audra at Home, she just did a whole video on this, and it was excellent, talking about, you know, creating drama specifically in order to, you know, in order to become more popular, in order to create outrage so that people watch what you're doing. I don't know if it can only last for so long, because I think that if you pick fights with enough people, eventually you're just gonna keep going. And that we've seen that happen with many people in the spotlight, that they pick fights with people, and that's what makes them popular, is just being awful people. So the only way for those platforms to die is for us to stop giving them attention. Is what it comes down to. So you just have to decide, you know. Here you go, right here. Audra, moral of the story, don't Google yourself. And if you see something on beauty forums about a creator, good or bad, don't tell the creator. Trust, they don't want to know just how cruel folks can be. Yes, Audra, yes. Thank you so much for that, 100%. And I have had people send me DMs with, you know, telling me what people are saying about me. And it's almost like being blindsided by a punch, you know, like if I have a moment of weakness and I want to see what the gossip is, I can make that choice to go there. But if someone sends it to me in my DMs, I don't have a choice. Like, it just is in my face. And the thing is a lot of the stuff that circulates is so twisted. It's so twisted. Like, it may have started off with something real, but then it's like telephone, and it changes over time, and it turns into something that it never was. And the problem with a lot of the forums is they don't ask the creator. They don't allow the creator to participate in the conversation and clarify. You know, they don't allow the creator to say, hey, that's actually not what happened. This is what happened. And I'll tell you a quick little story about one of the rumors that circulating about me, is about somebody saying that I doxed them. This is a very interesting story. So I was reading on Reddit like I shouldn't have been reading. Okay. And this is what happened. And somebody said that I misgendered them. They had a name that was gender kind of, you know, it could be a female name, could be a male name. I misgendered them by accident. And they were very upset about it. Now, this is a person that I was Facebook friends with, someone that I had never talked to personally, but I knew exactly who it was. Actually, did I DM them? I don't know. At some point, I had talked to them personally. and misgendered them by accident. I was Facebook friends with them. I was like, oh my gosh, I hurt this person. I can't believe I hurt this person. I feel so bad. Like they're so upset and I feel so bad. And I didn't feel comfortable talking on Reddit about it. I didn't feel comfortable. I was like, it's going to be awful if I say anything publicly. I just want to talk to this person privately and apologize and tell them I'm so sorry for misgendering them because I felt awful. So I went over to Facebook and I sent them a message. I was like, hey, I saw your post on Reddit. I remember our interaction and I'm so sorry for misgendering you. I can't believe that that it hurt you. I didn't say I can't believe, but I was like, it hurts you and I'm so sorry. So that person went over to Reddit and said that I doxed them. They said that I hunted them down on Facebook. I found them and I doxed them and I was shocked. So now there's this like 200 comment or whatever thread on Reddit about how I tracked this person down on Facebook when we were actually Facebook friends. So I got an email from the moderators over on Reddit and they were like, hey, you doxed this person, blah, blah. And I explained to them what happened. And they put a post up that explained what happened and kind of explained my side of it. But by then the damage was already done. Should I have reached out to her privately to apologize? I guess not. I mean, I was trying to say, I'm so sorry that I did that to you. I'm so sorry that I hurt you, but it backfired on me. And now there's a rumor that I doxed somebody. So that's why it's really important to take what you read on those forums with a grain of salt, because chances are there's more to the story and you probably don't have the full picture. It's like having a puzzle and it's missing pieces. Like, yeah, you might be able to see part of the puzzle, but you can't see the full picture, you know? So yeah, I don't think I've ever told that story out loud, but it was awful. I was so broken up over it because I was just trying to make the person feel better, you know? So it backfired in my face so bad and it was awful. So, but I have a few situations like that where I had the best of intentions, but it backfired. So yeah. So that's a thing. You taking accountability and apologizing is not doxing anyone. OMG, it was very frustrating, but I could see her perspective that it freaked her out that I found her on Facebook, but we were Facebook friends. I wouldn't have been able to message her if we weren't friends on Facebook. She would have had to have accepted my message, you know, but she didn't have to accept my message because we were already friends. But she didn't remember that, I guess. So she ran to Reddit and told him that I tracked her down. It's like, oh my gosh, I was just trying to apologize. So yeah, so that was a thing. I think that she was genuinely freaked out. I don't think that she did it to hurt me. I don't think she did it with ill intentions. I think she was just genuinely freaked out. So yeah. What the hell is doxing? Doxing is basically putting out someone's public information. So really, technically, it wouldn't have been doxing anyway because I didn't put out any public information. All I did, like, really, what she thought I did was track her down. She thought I tracked her down and found her information on Reddit and somehow, like through my magic internet powers, like found her on Facebook. But it was really just that I remembered the interaction and I remembered her name. I remembered who it was. Because she had said at the time that I had misgendered her and I had apologized at the time, but I didn't realize she was still carrying it. So, yeah. So doxing is putting out someone's information, private information like their address, their last name, things like that publicly when it's not public information. So yeah, so I've been on this YouTube channel for 8.5 years. There have been a lot of situations that I wish I could have done differently, wish that I had said things differently, wish I'd done things differently. I can't do anything about those things. All I can do is change my behavior in the future. That's all I can do. And bet your bottom I would not do that again. I would not reach out to apologize again because I can't. Like, I wouldn't want to scare somebody like that. Now I did 2 bad things. I misgendered her and I scared her. It's like, oh my gosh. So that was a story. Yeah. Yeah, I hate when I have a misunderstanding with someone. It seems like no matter what you do, they just don't want to let it go. And that has happened to me so many times. So many times. I can't even count. And it's so frustrating because you just want to fix it. You just want to make it better. And sometimes the more you try to make it better, the worse it gets. And it's like, yeah, it's crazy. I know you want to believe the best, but more than likely she knew what she was doing and had the intent to hurt you. Maybe. It's possible. I would like to believe she didn't mean to do that. I don't know though. I don't know. Yeah. People like to think that it's anonymous on Reddit, but that's far from accurate. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. So, yeah, I've never like tried to find it. Like I've never like done that. I've never like been like, oh, this person is, on Reddit. I wonder if I can find them some other platform. No, I've never done that. It was just because it was that particular person. I knew the person. I knew who it was because I remembered the conversation. I remember feeling bad at the time. So, yeah. So anyway, oh, thank you. Yeah. Yeah, can't we all just get along? I know, but I don't know. Yeah, exactly. Lauren says doxing is how they find YouTubers' houses and show up like crazy stalkers. That is awful. Like I can't even imagine. And sometimes their parents will like drive them. It's like, I know where James Charles lives. Will you drive me to his house so we can go take pictures in front of his house? It's like, no, I will not. That's stalking. That's terrible. No. What are these parents doing? Yeah. Yeah, Haley says you're one of those people that's just so nice that people will try to come down on you for any little thing. But I have made mistakes that I deserve to be come down. Sometimes I've deserved it. Sometimes I've deserved it. But, I mean, you can't change you can't change the past. All you can do is change the future, So, and I'm not promising I'll never make another mistake, but, I try to be better every day. Oh my gosh. Has anybody ever tried to show up at your house? No. I'm very paranoid about that because of my kids. So like when I was teaching, if you Googled my first and last name, you can probably still find the places where I used to teach. So I was really paranoid about it. We actually pay for a service to erase like our names from like white pages and places like that, just in case. I'm like super paranoid, mostly because of my kids. So no one has ever tried to show up my house, thank God. Yeah, doxing is so disgusting. It is because it's meant to cause harm. Most of the 99% of the time, in my opinion, it's meant to cause harm. What's your best advice for people who are getting hated, like people are getting hate? My best advice is to take a breath, take a step back and walk away for a minute. If it's online, you have the ability, this is what I would say to myself, you have the ability to walk away. You don't have to say anything. Walk away, take a breath, go do something that brings you joy, and then come back with a fresh head and then figure out fresh head. Does that make sense? Come back with a fresh look at it. When you're calm, this is again what I would say myself, and then think about what you're going to say, run it by somebody that is probably more logical than you. And then if it's approved by the person that's more logical than you, then respond or don't respond at all. That's what I would say. I mean, it comes down to when someone is giving you hate, you have a choice. You have a choice of either taking it to heart and recognizing that there's something that you can change and some way you can be better, or to look at that and say, that's not me. That's not who I am. I can't get value out of this, and dismiss it. So it's about that balance of figuring out whether something is a valid criticism that you can use to make yourself a better person, or whether it's something that's completely off base that has absolutely nothing, like that it's so off and you just have to dismiss it and understand that nobody on the internet knows you like you know you. Nobody online, like it doesn't matter if you're commenting under somebody's video and they come at you and they call you all kinds of names, or if you're on Twitter and somebody's calling you all kinds of names or whatever, they don't know you. They're a stranger on the internet. So they only have a limited view into who you are. So you can't take everything 100% to heart. You just can't. But that doesn't mean you can't learn from people who are trying to help you and trying to teach you something and try to help you be a better person in ways that you need to be educated. So, that's what I would say. Yeah. People know exactly what they're doing. They just think they can spread hate all around the internet, and there's never any accountability, so they continue to get away with their nasty comments. Yes. And I think sometimes it's the comments are in the vein of trying to hold someone accountable. And if you're trying to hold someone accountable for bad behavior, for behavior that you feel is wrong, there's nothing wrong with that. It's just, it's the way that it's presented. If it's presented in a way that's hostile, or if it's a way that's presented to be like, hey, dude, what you said really hurt my feelings. What you said really was ignorant. What you said really bothered me because I thought that you thought a different way. I thought you thought more like I do about the situation, and it bothered me that you said this. Like, you know, I think sometimes there's good intentions behind holding people accountable, and sometimes it's to watch someone crash and burn. Sometimes you get that mob mentality where you're just trying to hold someone to the fire. You're just trying to burn someone at the stake, and it's burn the witch. And it's the crowd mentality. It's the group mentality. You know, we see that all over our society of groups of people getting together and, you know, wreaking havoc because they have this group mindset, and they spiral off of each other until it's completely and totally out of control and damaging. Like, that's different than holding somebody accountable for things that are genuine concerns. You know, I think there's two sides, and I think why it's such a hard thing, why it's so difficult for people, is that there's a fine line between hate and holding somebody accountable, you know? So it's all about perspective, and that's what makes it so tricky. That's why this is such a hard thing. The difference between cancel culture and accountability culture, it's hard to navigate that. It's hard to navigate that because it's such a fine line between them. All right, we're going to take a couple more, and then we're going to go for today because I can't believe we're an hour in already. Chelsea, I feel like cancel culture is so popular because people believe if they can cancel people, they'll get more attention. Usually they do, but it's not good attention as the cycle continues. And I see this a lot in new drama channels. There'll be people that, you know, they'll see the popularity of drama channels and they'll want to start their own, and they'll get involved in it, and they'll get all this positive reinforcement, but then something will be dug up about them. Or they'll say something that is a little off color, and then people will attack them. And then they disappear and they never come back because they realize what the mob feels like on the other side. It's hard to know until you go through it what it feels like to have a mob coming after you. And the mobs that have come after me are so small in comparison with the mobs that go after Tati and James Charles and all of these other people. I mean, it's terrifying, and it's awful, and it makes you sick, and it's awful. So there's absolutely, so to be clear, there's nothing wrong with holding people accountable for their behavior. I believe people should be held accountable for their behavior. But when we end up in these situations like Chelsea's talking about, where you're just trying to cancel someone to get attention, to have a like think, you're trying to have everybody thinking alike, and you're finding solidarity in hating somebody, in causing someone else's pain. You're in this group and you're all attempting to cause someone pain just for the sake of causing that person pain. That's when we end up in the situations like Katie Joy, where she went wrong was all of her videos that she made on Tati. The reason that she was trying to cause Tati pain, it wasn't about holding Tati accountable. It was about causing her pain. It was about bringing her down. It was about hurting her. It didn't come from a good place. And I think that's where a lot of these mobs end up falling short. And it's different than accountability. It's the bad kind. It's the cancel culture versus the accountability culture, if that makes sense. Hopefully I've made sense because this is live. And I can't go back and change what I said. But thank you all so much for being here in chat. We're 3 minutes over, so I should let you go for the day. I hope that you found this fun. Maybe we'll do another one of these again if you liked it. I liked letting you all be in control of chat today. It was fun. And have a great week. Stay happy, stay healthy, stay safe. If you've gotten the vaccine recently, I hope that you're okay. So much love to Lacey from Spooky Lips and Fat Hips. She's sick right now. She now put it on Twitter. She's sick right now with COVID. So show her a little bit of love if you follow her on Twitter. She said she was really achy the other day. I'm not sure how she's feeling now, but please go send her a little bit of love. But yeah. Hope y'all are doing well, and I will talk to you guys next week. Live chat again at 10 a.m. next week. And make sure you watch What's Up in Makeup today and What's Up in Skincare from this past week. All right, I'll talk to you soon. I love. Bye.